Hello everyone and welcome back to a new tutorial or I guess an update. So today I'm going to be showing you just a quick change that I made to the Deformable meshes system. So previously you could only basically have one actor or one mesh and then add the component to deform that mesh, and you can only do that with a single mesh. So what I'm adding now is just a quick and easy way to be able to deform complex meshes that are made of different parts. So you can see that I added this new guy over here, and if I open it up, you're going to be able to see that he's made of a skeletal mesh, so a character that has an animation, and then I attached to it my two test spheres, scaled them down, and I just attached them to the bones. So if you tried this before this update, you would only be able to do one of them, so only one of them would work and the others wouldn't deform. That's because the system only works with one mesh at a time. So you can right now see very easily what you have to do. You need to add one component for each mesh. So you can see that I have my skeletal mesh, which is this main one. So it's called Deformable mesh. And now it's very important that you, on the tags of the component, you add Deformable mesh. And then on the skeletal mesh here, you're going to go to the component tabs and add Deformable mesh as well. So these three tags need to match. So you want to have this guy with Deformable mesh, and then the component to it is going to have Deformable mesh over here and Deformable mesh on its component tags. I know it's a little bit confusing, but it's the easiest way that I found to make this work without having to heavily modify the system. And now, for example, the next test mesh is going to be this one. So I made it Deformable mesh 1. And then if I go into my other component here, the Deformable mesh component 1, it's Deformable mesh 1 and Deformable mesh 1. And now the same thing, obviously, for the next one. So Deformable mesh 2. And then this test mesh is going to have the Deformable mesh 2. And this is basically how you set it up. Just need to add those tags in, and now the rest will work on its own. So now you can see that if I go over here, I can deform my character here, this leg, I can do whatever I want. But then if I shoot at this sphere, I can deform it, and if I shoot at that sphere, I can deform it, and it all works pretty much correctly on all fronts. Now be careful with the amount, because remember, this is creating a virtual texture, or a scene capture texture for each component. So be careful if you have, like, I don't know, a mesh with 20 components or an actor with 20 components, is going to create 20 textures. So for example, for small stuff like this, you can, for example, go here and lower the resolution on the render target to make it lighter in performance. So that's something that you can do. And for example, these test spheres that are over here, the only thing that I had to do to make them work is now go into the Deformable meshes component on it and just add the tag Deformable mesh. And now they also still work with a single component. So that's the only little change that you had to do. And now just to fully explain the change, it also changes how you detect the target component on a line trace. So before, I only got the component by tag from the actor and connected it directly, but now I'm getting the hit component, I'm getting the component tags, which is going to be the first one. Now the first one, what I mean is it's going to be the first one on this array over here. So for example, if you have that tag over here, then you need to input index 1, but if you don't have anything in the tags, it's always going to be 0, so just be careful that over there. And then I'm getting component by tag from the actors. It is searching for my BP deformable component, searching for that tag, because remember, now we are adding the tag to the component as well, so it's going to find it. And then I'm basically just getting the first one, because you're only going to find one. If you find more than one, then you have a problem in your tags. You need to do that again. But if you do it correctly, it's only going to find one. So you get the first one of that array and connect it to the target deformable component. So the actual code inside the component, if we go over here, it doesn't actually change. It's exactly the same, but now you can work with different components. And yeah, that's everything for today. It's just a quick little change. So someone asked for me to be able to enable them to do this. So yeah, just let me know if you find any problems, or if you're having issues getting this to work. Just let me know and I'll try to help you. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.